Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a brand new venture we have for you on this Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, Franchise Hockey Manager. And this we're going to call Brass Bonanza because we are going to be, I'm going to be GMing the 7980 Hartford Whalers. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, I really don't know a hell of a lot about hockey because I grew up in Florida. Used to watch it all the time back in the 80s on the USA Network, back when they would have the games. And of course, hockey was brand new to me when the Americans won the ice hockey gold medal at the Lake Placid Olympics in 1980. But it's an enjoyable game. It's an enjoyable game. I don't follow it as much as I would like to, even though we have the Tampa Bay Lightning here, because I find more interesting football and baseball, and those seasons just kind of overlap. And between college football and baseball, pro football and baseball, there's very little time for anything else. Of course, the Tampa Bay Lightning did well before we hit this stoppage that the coronavirus has brought. Oh, you can't say coronavirus on YouTube? Too bad. So anyway, I'm about to play my first game, and you are all about to know my real name because I accidentally put it in here on YouTube. And like I said, I don't think my hockey knowledge is all that great, so I kind of set this up so I don't make too many mistakes. I'm going to let the computer control scouting, roster moves, promotions, demotions, etc., and the transactions, and I am just going to initiate and react to trades and draft players. The thing about this Hartford Whalers team was, had they stayed together and had they not traded a whole bunch of players, let's bring us Bonanza. That's why I picked Hartford to start this project off. We did pretty good in the preseason. We won 1, 2, 3. We went 3-1 in September, and then 1-2 in October before the preseason started. Regular season started. So we went 4-3. Is it 4-3? Do we have a tie in there somewhere? Nope. We went 4-3. So we're going to start off the season on the road against the Minnesota North Stars. Play these games fast. The great thing about Franchise Hockey Manager is you could set it kind of like out of the park baseball. You could set this up and play these games like within 10-15 minutes, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not a coach. I am a general manager, and I think I have the knowledge of hockey enough to where that I could handle that. And this Hartford team, very interesting. The Howe family. This was Gordie Howe's last year in real life. Marty Howe, Mark Howe also played on the Whalers, and they had come over from the WHA, where they were known as the New England Whalers. So anyway, we'll get this puppy started, and we're going to play against Minnesota. Game will be at the Met Center, I believe. And let the AI do the lines. We will continue. And I'm sure my hockey play-by-play will need a lot of work. John Garrett in goal for Hartford. Gilles Meloche in goal for the North Stars. I have no idea if that is a correct pronunciation of his name or not. Like I said, I'm a hockey guy from Florida. What do you expect? And looks like we're about ready to get started. And here we go. I have this set up to stop on penalties and goals. There will be a highlight package when a goal is imminent. And so far, no score. 2 shots to 1, we have an advantage there, but shots don't tell you the whole story in hockey. And Hartford with the first goal, scored by Gordie Howe. Mr. Hockey himself, an assist by Dave Keon. Again, I hope I pronounced the name correctly. So it's 1-0. 7:02 gone by, opening period. And high sticking Bizarre of Minnesota Pierre Olav Bazar. 2 minutes, high sticking, so Hartford on the power play. Can Hartford make it 2-0? Looking like that might be the case. Bingo! That is Blaine Stoughton with the goal, 2-0. 11:54 left first period. 8:04, assist to Jordy Douglas. We have outshot Minnesota 9-1 so far. Rick Lee called for hooking. So Minnesota on the power play. That's Al Sims for hooking. And Minnesota on the power play again. 5-on-3 here. Figured the North Stars got to get a goal here. They do. Paul SHMIR Schmer makes it 2-1. These pronunciations are going to be foreign to me. My apologies in advance for the butchering. Kozak picks up a penalty, and the North Stars back on the power play with 7.5 to go opening period. Can Minnesota tie the game? There's your answer. Gary Sargent with assists from Steve Payne and Al McAdam, and it's 2-2. Not going to play every game of this Hartford Whalers season, but we're just going to play the big ones and show them to you. Clock winding down at the end of this first period. Whalers with an 11-10 shot advantage. Now it's dead even on shots. End of the first period, it's 2-2. Dead even game, 2-2. Both goalies are cold on the heat level, which is where you want them, but it looks like Hartford might have something going here, but nope. North Stars steal it and score. Steve Payne with assists to Bobby Smith and Brad Maxwell, and it's 3-2. 5.5 minutes gone by at the time of the goal in the second period. This is old-time hockey. We don't have any of that overtime business, I don't think, in 79-80. Play 3 periods, and if you're tied, you're tied. I think that was the rule in this part of history. Paul Schirmer, you take your pick. You get called 2 minutes for hooking. Hartford on the power play. Let's see if they can tie it. And the play will keep going until there's a penalty or a goal. And play has been moving on quite nicely and briskly. Hartford with a 19-16 shot advantage right now as we're under 6 minutes left in the second period. Interference, Gary Sargent, 2-minute minor. And that gives Hartford another power play. Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe with the first goal for the Whalers. And he just picked up another one, folks. Gordie Howe with 2 goals. In his 50s, he could still go. Bill Bennett and Al Hengselben on the assists, and we're tied 3-3. Minute to go, and that'll be the end of the second period. Your score: Hartford 3, Minnesota 3. Hartford 22 shots to Minnesota's 19, and we'll play 20 minutes more. And we have a penalty, Brad Maxwell, which will put Hartford on the power play for 2 minutes, or less if should they score a goal. Lane Stoughton picks up the penalty. They go on for 2 minutes. So we'll have a few moments of 4-on-4, but Tim Young picks up a hooking penalty for the North Stars. Now it's 4-on-3, and now interference called. Game getting chippy. Andre Lacroix of Hartford. So it's going to be 3-on-3 for 7 seconds. And then a whole slew of penalties to be served here. Back and forth we go. All the penalties have expired. Back to even strength. Midway through the third period, or just beyond it, slashing Kent Eric Anderson gives Hartford another power play. Can they capitalize? We're at 7 minutes to go. Sims with a good game. Mark Howe playing nice. It's graded at 75. Staunton at 77. We're at the 4-minute mark. This one looking like it might wind up a tie. That is, if they don't have an overtime. Penalty, Mike Rogers of Hartford. So Minnesota will go on the power play. Bobby Smith. The North Stars, so that evens out. It'll be 4-on-4 the rest of the way for this third period. And this one is... oh, we have a last moment situation. And a goal! Gordy Roberts with 3 seconds left. Assist to Keon, 4-3. The Whalers pull it out at the end. And I mean the very end. And that's your final, 4-3. 2 points for the win for Hartford. 1 power play goal. And that's that. Keon was the number 1 star. Payne of Minnesota, number 2. Gordie Howe, the 3rd star. Or he gets 3 stars. But Keon had the goal that I believe decided it. Let me double check that. No, it was Gordy Roberts who picked up that goal at 19:53. So it was like with 7 seconds left. And that's a look at a game of FHM 6, folks. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Wick Middleton was injured for the Bruins. Rick Martin has produced 600 points for the Buffalo Sabres. Danny Gare had a big game, 10-1, as Buffalo trounced Washington. And there's some scouting reports for me to look at. And that's it, folks. Hope you all enjoyed this first look at Brass Bonanza, the 79-80 Hartford Whalers. Hope you all enjoyed it. Catch you all again real soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.